In a world where you can literally kick a real estate agent about every 10 feet, how on earth are you going to figure out which one to work with? I'm about to give you 6 questions to ask when interviewing real estate agents, coming up. The first question to ask is usually pretty common for most people, and that is, how long have they been a real estate agent? Generally speaking, the longer someone's been in the business, the more knowledgeable they are, and you can feel good about the information that they give you. However, this line of thinking can lead you astray without asking this next question. Are they a full-time or a part-time agent? This is important because while they may have had an active real estate license for 10 years, they may only be selling 4 or 5 homes a year. Whereas someone who's only had their license for 1 year but has sold 20 homes in that year has proven that they're competent and are willing to work hard for their clients, which means that they'll work hard for you. All right, question number 3. What does their schedule and availability look like? While real estate is one of those things that typically happens in the evenings and on the weekend, not all real estate agents work the same schedule, so you'll want to make sure that their schedule matches up with yours as closely as possible. This will help when scheduling meetings, showing appointments, and so on. You'll also want to ask if they're an individual agent or if they're part of a team. For this one, there's no right answer as there are possible pros and cons for each. For instance, if they're an individual agent, you won't have to worry about being passed off to someone else during the purchase or sale of your home, as they wear all the hats and will be your main and only point of contact throughout the whole transaction. Conversely, if they're part of a team, there's a pretty good chance that you'll be speaking with another member of the team at some point throughout the process, as they're usually just a bit more defined within their roles on the team. This isn't always the case, and whether this is a concern for you is strictly a matter of personal preference. Now, question number 5. How many buyers do they work with as opposed to sellers, or vice versa if you're interviewing an agent to sell your house? Depending on which side of a sell you're on, buyer or seller, has a large impact on how important the answer to this question is. There are a lot of agents out there who have built their business only working with sellers, just like there's a large number of agents who only work with buyers. There are also agents, like myself, who work with both sellers and buyers and have a healthy mix of both throughout the year. Again, there's no right answer to this, as it really depends on what you're looking for in the agent that's going to represent you. And finally, it's always a good idea to ask how they will keep in contact with you during the process of buying or selling your home. I think we can all agree that communication is probably the most important thing that people are concerned with, and it's no different here. How and when your agent communicates with you is vital in any real estate transaction. And let's be honest, it's necessary to make sure that your stress level doesn't go through the roof, right? A good agent will ask you what your preferred method of communication is and use that form of communication as their default when checking in and getting information to you. They'll also let you know how and when you can communicate with them as well, and what you can expect with regard to response times, etc. Because remember, communication is key, and the key fits in the door to your new house or something like that. I don't know. I just made that up. So there you have it, the top 6 questions to ask when interviewing for your new real estate agent. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.